Hi, it's Barb coming to you from my craft studio. I have a haul to share with you. I went to Meijer, Target, Joann, Hobby Lobby, and I got some things from my husband's aunt that I'm going to share. Meijer, I just bought these party picks. I'm working on a couple of St. Patrick's Day, patriotic things. My brain. Must be the heat. We'll blame that. Although I don't think it's the heat, but we'll blame that anyways. So I bought these little ones. These weren't really the size I was looking for, but the other ones I figured too small was better than too big. I actually think these are more what I was looking for. I found these in Target's Dollar Spot, and they happen to have the buy three, get one free, and I knew I wanted two of those plus these stickers, so I just added another set of the flags because I figured if one of them was free, I might as well get it. And I'm sure I can end up using it eventually. It's not like they're going to go bad on me. At Joann, I had bought a couple of these because I wasn't having any luck finding the flags. So I was thinking, well, maybe I'll use the pinwheels instead. But I might end up using a combo. I'm not sure. If not, I'll use them in something else. And then I think this one was on sale like 60 or 70% off the day I bought it because it's actually been over a week. I guess, no, it was a week ago today I bought it. I bought a yard of this brown. And I bought a yard of this one. This one I used I believe 50% off coupon on. And then the day I went, all of their licensed fabric was 50% off, which they rarely do. Every now and then you can find a doorbuster where they're 40, but typically they're 25% off where you can't even use a coupon. So I bought a third of a yard of this Game of Thrones one, and of this one, and of this one, and then I bought a third of a yard of several Harry Potter ones. It was funny, I got looking at my receipt after we left, and I'm like, she charged me for a full yard of the Slytherin one. If I was going to get a yard of one, it wouldn't have been the Slytherin one. It probably would have been the one with all of them, the stained glass one. So I brought my receipt over to the other Joann that we were nearby later in the week and said I bought a third of a yard of each, and I had brought this one in to show that there was only a third of a yard there. And I said if I was going to buy a yard, it wouldn't have been the bad guys. But she just looked at it and said, okay, I can see where you bought a third of a yard of everything. Why would you have bought a yard of that one? So she refunded it. The way it was, I ended up paying more for a third of a yard than I would have if it hadn't even been on sale, if they hadn't adjusted it. And then at Hobby Lobby, I was looking for some patriotic papers, and I still have one patriotic item to cut out and a few others to assemble. Hoping to maybe work on that today. These weren't really exactly what I was looking for, but patriotic paper is hard to find. I prefer cardstock. And this one I just put in because they were for $4, so I grabbed the one with the music notes on it. I'll keep watching for patriotic, and if I find some I like, I'm going to pick it up. And then for the patriotic project that I'm working on, I bought these Star Brads. I used my 40% off coupon at Hobby Lobby. I see this week all the Paper Studio stuff's on sale, but it wasn't when I bought it. And then I found a bunch of Wonder Woman things on clearance. I went to the other Hobby Lobby, so I bought this one, this one, this one. I needed to add a photo to my phone of these so that I can see if there's anything else that I'm missing. But these charms. These ones. I think they were all Wonder Woman ones. I think all the Supergirl ones they had I already had. So that, and then there's one other thing I wanted to share. When I did my review of the Totally Tiffany Lois 2.0 bag and the paper handlers. I told you I was thinking about putting vinyl on it to personalize it, and I did that. The one size has Barb's Craft Studio and then the social media that I go by that name on, which Facebook, YouTube, my blog, and then on the back I put at Back Surfs, which I don't know how well that shows, and then Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram. That's my handle, I guess, on those outlets. So I'm going to use that when I go shopping at Expo. And then I was having all kinds of problems with my sewing machine that I had just got in December. I had it less than 6 months, and it was one problem after another. I couldn't get an answer from the manufacturer, which was Singer. So I finally just contacted Amazon. They're like, oh, you're past the return policy. I'm like, well, I'll tell you what, I'll never buy anything this expensive again on Amazon again, not if there's only a 30-day return policy, which I get that for most things, but when it's a little bit more expensive an item, he said, it's lesson learned. He says, we'll make an exception this time. And it would have been nice if he'd told me. I still would have returned it, but if he'd have told me that it would not have been a full refund. They did maybe less 20%. I said, I'm not going to worry about it. It's better than nothing. But I had posted, well, I guess I'm just going to have to get rid of all of my sewing stuff because I really can't replace the sewing machine right now because I'm going to seek a second opinion on my illness. So I'm sure there'll be some out-of-pocket expenses involved with that. So it just didn't make sense, even though that was money that I wouldn't normally have had, to spend that money, just go out and replace the machine when I knew I had extra expenses coming up. But anyway, she gave me a Brother XL 5600. She said she had 2 sewing machines. She didn't need this one. I was more than welcome to have it. All we had to do was go down and get it. Hubby jumped in on the post and said, we'll come down and get it. So we went there Friday. We drove down because he had a few days off. We drove down to visit her for a while. Spent a few hours talking to her. We got the sewing machine. She gave me some stamps and things because when I said something about paper craft, she goes, oh, do you stamp? Because I have a bunch of those that I don't use and I just want to get rid of. So you're welcome to take those too. So I took those. This is just my note about what the set's called, because I like to keep my sets together. This one's a Stampin' Up set. It's called Fabulous 4. This was the other one that didn't have the name on the set. This one's oh so sweet. I did have to go through and group them together because she just had everything kind of shoved in and mixed up, and then some loose stamps as well. This one is called Loving Hearts. This one I believe was Slam Dunk. Yeah, Slam Dunk. That one would have been nice to have when my son was in high school and he played basketball. And then this one is called Smorgasborders. So those ones were all Stampin' Up. And she gave me, there were 3 Stampin' Up ink pads in there too. Brilliant Blue, Summer Sun, and Pink Passion. They must be a little older because I don't think I have any of these colors. So, and there was the Stampin' Around tool and 2 wheels. This one's called Simply Shells, so it's kind of beach themed. And this one's called Go Team, so it's sport themed. I like that it's got the name right on them, so I know what they are. And there was this little set of stamps in there. This stamp was in there. Not sure who makes that one. This one's an Inkadikadoo stamp. It's an acorn. This one, Stamp Gallery, it says on the side. It's a big fluffy dog. Now this set, I'm thinking, may have come with a magazine. I'm not sure because it seems really familiar. So I gotta check and see if I have it already. then a little leaf, which is Inka-Dinka-Doo as well. And then there were a couple of little small wooden block ones, a little pumpkin and a leaf, and a soccer ball. This one's just one of those foam ones. And then there were a couple of ink pads. This one's cherry red, and this one has 2 tabs. One's for red, one's for black. Now I don't know that I would use these. She also had a black refill ink in there. Like those 2 ink pads, I might have end up giving to my daughter and let her use those with her classroom. But anyways, that's all that I got. We also went to IKEA that day. We decided to go in. I wanted to get a Alex drawer on wheels to put my printer on so that I can move it out to open my window, which I should do because it is warm in here. See if I can get by with the window instead of the air. And then hubby wanted a larger Linman tabletop in his room, and he wanted another set of Alex drawers. The regular, I think there's 5 drawers in it. And I said, would you mind if instead of getting that one, I buy the Alex drawer that has the file drawer, and I take that one and give you one of my Alex drawers? And he says that's fine. So that's what we did. The only thing is I had all gray Alex drawers in here, and that one did not come in gray. It only came in white or a black brown. So I decided to go the white one, and since I was doing that one in white, I went ahead and did the one on wheels in white as well. So I have a mess in here right now because of rearranging his room. Some things came out of there, and for now they just kind of got sat in here. And then taking that Alex drawer out, I lost some storage space because of switching Alex drawers, and before the printer was on a file cabinet that I had a lot of things in. Some of the stuff from the file cabinet went in the bottom drawer of my new Alex unit, but not all of it. So I have things I have to figure a new home for. So anyways, that's really all I've got to share. I need to wrap it up, or I would do a little chit chat, but that's all I've got to share. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I bought and catching up a little bit. I'll catch you next time.